Hey, and welcome back to another Disney Dreamlight Valley video. Today I have a special video. I am doing a collab with all of these incredible creators. So if you want to check out all of their builds, be sure to find their links in the description below. But today we are going to decorate Merlin's house. So he has been neglected for far too long. I have other neighborhoods that I started, but his is pretty desolate and empty and pretty sad looking. So we're gonna go ahead and fly through this and see what we can make. So let's get started. So the first thing that I want to do is clean up my entire area. There's a lot of junk on the ground, and I want to make sure that when I go into furniture building mode, I don't have to worry about moving things or not being able to move a digging spot, etc. And then I really wanted to be able to see things, so I just cleared out the trees and moved Merlin's house in the corner so you can have a little bit of a side yard but being close to the castle. I like the darker paths because I think they're really beautiful and I like them better than the normal cobblestone, but I do want to include the original cobblestone right at the front door. I want to use this magical well because I unlocked it and I think it looked really, really nice. And the only appropriate place I can think of to use is at Merlin's house. I also had these little stones and I wanted to add some flowers and trellises just to kind of separate the front and the back. And I'll probably put a few little knickknacks around just to kind of fill out that space. I found the dark bricks around the well to be really pretty and they matched really nicely even though they're kind of spooky. Just because the base of that well is so dark, I think it looks really good. And then I kind of want to separate his house from the other neighborhood by adding these giant rocks and just kind of making it feel a little bit more tucked in because there's already rocks around his castle wall. I wanted to add some trees and I found this beautiful willow tree. It's so bright and blue and it matches the kind of blue glow around his house. And then I wanted to kind of put some regular birch trees out front just to make it feel like the magic is happening behind the house more than in front, and it kind of blends in with the rest of the neighborhoods around it. Then to kind of make sure nobody gets in the way, there's the nice little white picket fence, and I wanted to continue the fence on the other side because I liked it so much. The white really ties in with the house super nice and with the white of the birch trees. I love all the different types of rocks and like bushes and stuff, so I wanted to really include a lot of nature-y things, make it feel a little bit wild. I found these like cute kind of shrubs and bushes, so I just placed them around. And I thought it would be kind of nice to have like a little study outside so he can like read, have a little potion thing out on his desk, and just have like a little sitting spot to enjoy the nature while he's doing some stuff outside. That way he's not cooped up all the entire time. Then I added the blue chair to match the tree, and I found some frosty trees or bushes that have little blue flowers. I really want to have a lot of blue and purple to match his house and kind of give that Disney magic feel. So I added these little purple flowers or reeds that are around, and they kind of really pop off of the whitish green or whitish blue colors behind them. And then to continue the purple, I found some ferns and some shrubs. I had to move Goofy's house so I could see everything, but I wanted to use a lot of the purples again that will gradually turn more green the further away from his house. And then I'll sprinkle in some of the other blue ones just to kind of make sure they match. And add some of those fun pops of purplish red ferns and another one of my favorite little rocks. I wanted the yard to feel a little wild, so I'm going to add some grass and shrubs here and there, and I want to get a nice gravel path. That way it feels a little bit more natural, not as formulated as the rest of the town, and it's kind of like a shortcut people made more than an actual real path. And to kind of smooth out the hard edges of the pathway, I wanted to make sure that I am using some rocks just to kind of hide the corners and add some more foliage, whether it's flowers or trees, and then kind of tie it back into the neighborhood with the plaza trees. So the plaza trees are out front near the normal neighborhood, and the further back you get into the woods, the more you can see Merlin's house. I really like the giant bushes, but I wish they were a little smaller, so I had to go and clear out some more space to make sure I had room to add even more bushes, but these ones are a little too big, and so I had to go back to finding some smaller trees to kind of fill out, but I also not block Merlin's house. From here, I'm just filling out the space with more bushes, making sure the path is kind of blocking any corners so you can't really tell its sharp edges, and it just makes the path look a little bit more natural that way. And I really wanted to keep some more flowers over there, so I added an extra circular flower and a little gold flower in the back. And I found this really pretty lamp that has that blue glow that I really like, so I figured that would tie it in on the left-hand side. And my other favorite item is this tall grass. You can actually overlap it with a lot of the rocks. So I was just kind of overlapping them and placing them on top of everything to make sure it all fit really, really nicely. And I couldn't be happier with how they fit out. Alright, so here is the finished version of Merlin's house and his yard. I figured he's right next to the castle. He was a little far away before, and I feel like this is kind of where he belongs. And he's close to the other neighborhood over there, so we have this nice, kind of private-ish area with the rocks blocking. He has a nice yard over here with his magical well. Just a lot of blue and purple. Kind of nice, a little study area. I can still access this mining rock back here, which is very important for me. So here's the access pathway from the neighborhood. I wanted him to be a little bit kind of far away. I feel like he would want more privacy and just a little bit of a off the beaten path, but at the same time he is connected to the rest of the town over here through the main fountain plaza area. So if we just take a closer look at everything, here's the view from the pathway. It's kind of really beautiful actually, just to go through and see everything moving around. I added this big blue tree. I'm so glad I did because it matches all the blue that's around, but also gives it kind of like, this yard has something magical about it. With all the blue and the purple, I think it ties together really well, and I'm very, very happy with it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and you like what we did with Merlin's house. I really appreciate all of y'all sticking through till the end to see the final result. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you don't mind booping that like button for me, it really helps me out, and maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already. But thank you guys again so much for watching. Stay safe, stay happy, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Why is it so foggy? I just want to take a picture for my thumbnail. Please fog. At least Merlin doesn't mind.